to the boxing gym, one of the first lesson which I should learn, it's like you should respect weight classes. You know, yeah, what it means. But Terence Crawford now is my one of the favorite.
The king. So you think you guys got a lot in common? In some aspects, yeah, we do. How are you guys? They're both.
Terence Crawford is leaving nothing to chance as he prepares for his highly anticipated showdown with Canelo Alvarez. To help tackle what many believe is the toughest challenge of his career, the undefeated champion has turned to none other than Floyd Mayweather Jr., the first fighter to hand Canelo a loss. He already started training to bulk up and acclimate ahead of his scheduled fight in September, a weight jump he has to contend with. Though he will take a break mid-year, Crawford is carefully using these months to hone each tool in his kit.
Gave the sport of boxing their whole life and sacrificed a lot inside that square circle. They should feel that way. So if he feels that way, you know, more power to him. I had one fight, and the fight wasn't actually.
As usual, Crawford welcomed Mayweather into his camp, and he enjoyed an exhausting yet productive session with the defensive wizard. As expected, Mayweather highlighted defense and re-emphasized his work on techniques like the shoulder roll, fine footwork, and deceptive body feints. In 2013, Mayweather handed Canelo his first career loss, handing over a masterclass in defense to the young up-and-comer. Barely in his mid-30s by the time Mayweather met with Canelo, the champ barely let the former land clean punches over the course of 12 rounds.
Movement of the head, the way he rolls with punches. Look at the way he makes them miss. I mean, here we go. A series of punches. Look at this defense, unbelievable. Young boxing fans that are watching Floyd Mayweather, you're seeing one of the greatest defensive fighter of all time. I mean, that's how strong.
You're wearing, then he's nowhere. You think you can.
And again, it's not just hand quickness. Rich from the left hooks again. And the lightning hand speed extraordinary. Left hook drops him. And then he put his head off the mess here at the engine.
Nothing really landed. Terrific fighter.
Thus putting on an unprecedented ability in hitting and not getting hit. Now, Crawford is anxious to learn from those experiences as he meets the Mexican superstar in far different conditions. For Crawford, stepping up to the 168-pound super middleweight division is no minor achievement. Realizing that one cannot easily gain weight classes, he knew that Mayweather, who became a world champion in 5 divisions, was just the right teacher for this switch. Reflecting on his fight with Canelo, Mayweather shared key insights, including how he outmaneuvered his younger opponent.
It was at a catch weight, but it wasn't my idea. So at one particular time, you guys can, anybody, you can go online and pull this up. It was an article. So with Canelo said, I believe Canelo at one particular time thought I was scared of him, you know.
Despite agreeing to fight at a catch weight of 152 pounds, Mayweather's defensive brilliance neutralized Canelo's power, a feat Crawford hopes to replicate with his own flair as he adjusts to the heavier division. Fans often compare Crawford to Mayweather, but the Nebraska native humbly downplays the parallels. "He's the king," Crawford said of their similarities. Crawford is perhaps looking forward to emulating how Mayweather adapted throughout his career, a rage-fueled puncher turning into a defensive virtuoso.
Depends on which Floyd Mayweather you talk about. You talk about money, or do you talk about Pretty Boy? Because Pretty Boy was the seek and destroy. Hit and not get hit, and to make the adjustments that he's made to certain fighters. You know, he's both boxing. I think, you know, I take more chances.
Excuse me, Crawford.
You know, right now, But earlier in his career, he was taking a lot of chances as well. So, you know,
Following injuries made such a shift in his fighting style a necessity. But Crawford did point out one difference in their styles. I take more chances. Famous for his explosive and unpredictable style, Crawford's ability to balance risk with calculated precision has made him one of the most exciting fighters of his generation. The fight against Canelo will be an undeniable challenge for Crawford. History books show how hard it is to climb weight divisions and succeed. Even Canelo, a dominant force at super middleweight, had difficulty when he stepped up to light heavyweight against Dimitri Bivol in 2022. Bivol's disciplined jab and tight defense stifled Canelo's power, leading to a decisive loss. Crawford is avoiding this by preparing himself and learning from legends like Mayweather. Crawford's 9th round TKO of Errol Spence Jr. was a stunning display of ability, as the former dominated a unified welterweight champion no one had controlled before. Then there is this fight against Canelo, naturally a bigger, stronger man, the whole test, which will not be the same. Skeptics point out the size and power discrepancy as reasons he may fall, but his supporters believe he has an elite boxing IQ with the adaptability to make that difference. It's not just a style clash, it's a clash of legacies. Crawford wants to take on Canelo. It says much about his ambition and belief in himself. Now, with Mayweather in his corner, learning from him and perfecting techniques, Crawford is not leaving any stone unturned for greatness.
The king. So you think you guys got a lot in common? In some aspects, yeah, we do. How are you guys? They're both.
As September draws near, fans can barely wait to experience what will presumably be a never-to-be-forgettable encounter of two of boxing's brightest luminaries. Of course, no one knows whether he can conquer all the odds with Canelo, but Crawford shows why he stands out as a top dog today with his tenacity and preparation and dedication to learning.